Last night, President Biden stayed up way past his bedtime to deliver the State of the Union address. It went about as well as expected.
Putin may circle Kyiv with tanks, but he'll never gain the hearts and souls of the Iranian people. And a pound of Ukrainian people, the proud, proud people, because you can't build a wall high enough to keep out a vaccine. There are more corporations incorporated in America than every other state in America combined. We're cutting off Russia's largest banks in the international financial system, preventing Russia's central bank from defending the Russian ruble.
But that was just his delivery. As we find ourselves with a war on the European continent, the president glossed over the costs Americans will bear, refused to pump more American energy, and, without specifics, tucked us into bed like kids.
We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay.
Then Joe Biden demanded we stop fighting with each other over COVID. This after last year smearing unvaxxed Americans and firing them and calling his own countrymen Neanderthals. But hey, now it's all good. But it's not just about what he said. It's about what he didn't say. Biden failed to ease the fears on every American's mind, especially about this hellacious cost of living, and now a war that's making it worse. Biden's plan, it sounded really familiar. To sum it up, he wants to make America great again.
Just look around and you'll see an amazing story. The rebirth of pride that comes from stamping products made in America. We'll buy America. We're going to do it by buying America. We'll create good jobs for millions of Americans. Buy American products. Support American jobs.
Those are all lies. Joe Biden has spent his entire career sending American jobs and factories to China and Mexico. And don't forget, he's the one who killed the Keystone Pipeline on his very first day in office. Joe Biden would rather buy oil from Russia instead of our friends in Canada. If Biden really wanted to hurt Putin, he'd make America energy independent. It's simple. Just stop paying our enemy for the thing we have already here. Is Biden willing to sacrifice our national security and drive up costs for Americans just so he doesn't make AOC mad? Who cares? She's mad anyway.
It definitely was a lost opportunity because the entire country does support, there is profound bipartisan support to a long-term shift away from fossil fuels. We need to hear more about our transition to clean energy. We shouldn't be reliant on fossil fuels to begin with.
Senator John Kennedy joins me now. Your reaction, Senator?
I find President Biden's new energy policy to be surreal. America has the most powerful economy in all of human history. It takes a lot of energy to run it. 80% of our energy comes from oil and gas. We produce a lot of that oil and gas for years, for decades. We've worked to become energy independent. Now President Biden wants to change all that. He wants us to stop producing oil and gas, give up our energy independence, and his new policy is that we should buy oil and gas from foreign countries that hate us, like Russia, so those foreign countries will have more money to buy weapons to try to kill us. And that's his new policy. I will wait until you stop laughing. Unless you identify as an idiot, you can see the national security implications of this. So why, you ask, is the president doing this? Because he wants to make happy the woke neo-socialist cupcakes that have taken over the Democratic Party. And in doing so, he's putting the country at risk. Look, a cleaner environment is a legitimate policy goal, but so is national security.
Do you think those cupcakes see what's going on? That Germany did what they want to do, which is buy energy from a country, Russia, that hates us and is trying to take over the continent? Do they see that? And do they not see exactly where their policies are taking us?
Well, the cupcakes don't see it, but let me give you a fact. Europe has 1,000 trillion cubic feet of natural gas. They just have refused to produce it. They said, oh, we can trust Russia. We'll buy it from Russia. And they're continuing to buy it from Russia. And President Biden says, we're going to bring Russia to our knees. You're not if you continue to buy oil and gas from Putin, because that's where he gets all his money. Until we attack their oil and gas, we can't bring Putin to his knees, but we can't attack his oil and gas because we can't fill the deficit that would leave, because President Biden has decided we can't produce any fossil fuels anymore because they're dirty. That's why I say it's surreal.
It is surreal, and you make a lot of sense. I just don't know why our president can't make as much sense as Senator John Kennedy. Thank you so much, Senator, as always.